Hello, Terrence on Nintendo here, and today I'll be speaking about the Switch 2 and its possible ports, what I would like to see and why. Right, so we do know the original Switch was a great system, but there was a lot of uncertainty when it was first released. There wasn't many third-party support because of the Wii U and how poorly it sold. So when the Switch came out, third parties were kind of hesitant to jump on board. But with the Switch 2, it looks like it might be a bit of a different story. With its success of the Switch, it looks like third parties will be in abundance on the Switch 2. But what would you like to see? Personally, I'd love to see, firstly, a Witcher 3 port, because the Switch version of The Witcher 3 was such a monumental success, and for such a low-powered system, it was pretty much an amazing achievement. But I feel like the Switch 2 version would really show that graphical leap, that change of technology in terms of handhelds, especially to the average consumer. They'll be able to see the difference between the Switch 1 and the Switch 2 version, and they could even do some advertising to kind of show that off. That would be fantastic, and I would definitely buy a physical version because CD Projekt Red do brilliant physical versions, because I did actually own the Switch 1 version of that. It had a map and cards and everything. It was great. So, and I do know they're doing the Cyberpunk physical edition, and that might have some little freebies and bits and bobs as well, which will be pretty cool, and it's all on the cart, which is great. So another one for me would be Oblivion. Yes, it's not been confirmed yet, but an Oblivion remake on Switch 2 would be a no-brainer. It looks brilliant, it would run quite well, especially with VR support, probably about 30 to 40 frames a second. I know it struggles on systems like the Steam Deck, but I think the Switch 2 will just be able to be optimized just a bit better, so it'll run a bit nicer. So I'd be interested in seeing a Switch 2 port of Oblivion. I'd love to see it all on the cart as well, but we'll have to see how that goes, because third parties do seem to be favouring the game key card. The next one I'd love to see would be an obvious one, which has been ported to everything: Grand Theft Auto 5. Yes, it's a good game. It's been everywhere, and who doesn't want to play Grand Theft Auto on the go? I think everybody does. I've played it on the Steam Deck. It's an enjoyable experience. I've even played number 4 on the Steam Deck, and that was great as well. Who knows, maybe they could do some sort of 4 and 5 combo pack. That would be quite cool. I'd love to see that on the Switch too. Next is one that's quite cool. I've played a little bit of it on my Steam Deck, but I've yet to get really deep into it. So Control has excellent support in terms of handhelds. All the ROG Ally and even the Steam Deck run it quite well, so it'd be a good fit for Switch 2. It's a great third-person shooting game. It looks good. Even has some ray tracing effects on it, which maybe the Switch 2 could take advantage of if it can run it well enough. So yeah, that'd be quite an interesting one. Another no-brainer would be a Red Dead Redemption 2. Now, we have Red Dead on the Switch 1, and that ran amazingly, but it was quite an old game, so that's to be expected. But Red Dead 2 would be fantastic. I would love to see a port of Red Dead 2 on the Switch 2, maybe with some little freebies and bits and bobs, and hopefully all on the cart. That would be something I would definitely buy, because I've still not played it yet. I could have bought it from my Steam Deck, but I haven't yet to have played it, so maybe I will hold off and buy it for the Switch 2 if there's a port. Lastly, for me, I love Dark Souls. I was a big Dark Souls 1 fan on the PS3. I absolutely lost a year of my life playing it in 2011 when it first released. But I would love a 1, 2, and 3 trilogy pack. I don't know if that would all be on the cart, because it would be quite large. But I do know Dark Souls 3 never came to a Switch. Neither did 2. We only got Dark Souls 1 remastered, I believe, on the original Switch. So it'd be cool to have 1, 2, and 3 on the Switch 2 in one big pack. That would be fantastic, to be fair. Anyway, this has been a small kind of thoughts on what games I would like to see on the Switch 2. It's another nice sunny day, out and about in sunny Manchester. So yeah, I just really wanted to share those thoughts and opinions on what games I think would run well on the Switch 2. Yeah. Love to hear your suggestions and thoughts in the comments. What games do you think would run well on the Switch 2? What games would you like to see third-party wise, and why, really? Okay, so I've been Terrence from Nintendo. Take care and have a lovely, lovely day. Bye bye now. Bye bye.